Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bongile and today I'll be doing yet another garden tour video. This garden tour is going to be in March/April garden tour, which is going to be my last garden tour of the season, and I'll be restarting the garden tours on the next season in August. Hope you guys enjoy this video. So I'll be starting this garden tour video at the front of the house. My shrubs need a bit of trimming. I have been quite busy. I haven't had the time to trim them, so when I get the time I will get around to trimming. And I'm happy we are finally going towards winter. You know, the nice thing about winter, you don't have a lot of work to do. With summer, there's always something to do in the garden. So I feel like come winter, I can take a break from trimming those shrubs because they require me to trim them on a monthly basis. And last month I did not. So that's why they are up high here. And as for the grasses, they are finally done flowering, but I am seeing some flowers from this one, but this one they give white flowers, and these are all the seeds which have dried up. I need to clean this up before it scatters itself into the garden. Then I will have more grasses, more than I know what to do with. And then even this shrub, it's finally pushing out, it's finally showing some growth, some serious growth, because I was even starting to think it will never grow. And there is another one. Actually, those whole grasses, I need to cut them back. That's what I normally do in the winter months. I just come in and cut them all back, and the heat is just not helping the situation, especially where the aphids are concerned. I'm having another, I don't know what it is with this garden patch, because only from this tree to this side, that's where the aphids love to be. I don't know why. And then I'm seeing something I've never seen before. My elephant ear plant, something must be eating it up. I wonder what could that be. I need to find out. This is not good. Like, you see guys, this plant was doing rather well, so I also need to trim it back. As beautiful as it is, when you look at it like this, it does need to be cut back a little bit more. And then on this side of the garden bed, the nasturtiums are finally kicking in. Look at them. They are quite full. I think fertilizing this garden bed was the best idea ever. And then my tomatoes are doing rather well. I have tomatoes already growing. They are still green, and I feel like where the tomatoes are concerned, I'm a bit late. And I have some basil and some more nasturtiums. This is a self-seeded bean. I did not plant any beans into this garden. And then my basil is also shooting up. And then I'm seeing this on my papers. The flowers are wrinkling. I don't know what causes this. This is the first time I'm witnessing something like this on my paper plant. I don't know what could that be, but my paper plants are doing rather well. Even with the papers, I also feel like I'm a bit late. It's April, guys, and it had started being cold and all that. And my northern exposure, it's bushing as always. This plant never seems to amaze me. And this side of the garden bed, I have more tomatoes and they all have white mold. Like, look at this. Seems like I will be removing some of it, especially the ones at the bottom there. And as for the eggplants at the bottom here, look at them. I don't see it fruiting, so I will be definitely removing it. And I have some more basil that's also bolting. And this side this side, look at the nasturtium. They are looking rather sad. That's how funny the garden can be. You can find one side doing great, you find another side doing so bad, like this one. I don't know what could be wrong with this, because I had fertilized at the same time, but it's not doing well. And I do have some tomatoes. Look at this. There are some tomatoes, and I do have some cherry tomatoes. Look at that plant right there. Even though if the plant looks like it's dying, it still did produce a bit of tomatoes. And then I have marigolds. Just look at all of this. And then some zinnias. And zinnias, Shem, they seem to love my garden, because whenever they come back full force. These are all self-seeded. I did not, the ones that I had planted did not do well, and the ones that self-seeded are doing quite rather well. And then there is another zinnia plant that I'm starting to think it's my fave. And then here's Mr. Locust. What's this called, the green one? But I think it is the locust. It's gonna turn brown when time comes. And then I have some more marigolds. And look at this yellow one. This is so nice. It seems like I have the only yellow one. This is the only yellow one, because the others are orange. And then at this side of the garden, I have nothing growing. I had beans growing, so I harvested them all a few weeks ago. So I don't think I'll be planting anything, because I'm not sure if I want a winter garden or not. I'm still undecided on that part. And here I still have some more nasturtiums. And this melon plant is dying, so let's cut our losses. And then here's my granadilla tree that's doing rather the most. This is vining. When they say passion fruit trees, they know how to run. They mean this. Look at this. This is it. It's going up. It's ready to go up. And my red grapes, they're still as stagnant as before. I can't wait for the winter so that I can cut it back. And let's see how it does after that. And then I have my only broccoli plant that's still alive. That's still alive. That's the only one. And then let's say, and then my green grapes, which are also starting to die back. I don't know. I feel like it's rather a bit too early for them to be doing that. But this tree, it grew this year. It grew like no business. I'm happy with the results. And then let's appreciate my pineapple plant. I need to transplant this into the ground. This pot, I feel like it's rather small for it, because at first it was in this pot, then I transplanted it into this pot, and it's growing rather well. So this year, I think around June, July, it will be 1 year old, which means next year I'll be having some fruit from this tree. These are all my pineapple plants. And here I have my lettuce and also my cherry tomatoes. That is why I'm saying, when it comes to tomatoes, I feel like I'm quite late, because we have only 2 months and it's already chilly. And I still have tomatoes to transplant. And those are the baby mix lettuce. And then I have chilies here, which are being eaten up. And I have beetroot that's also being eaten up. Then I have some Megan chili. Looks like I only have about 3 trees. And I have my kale that I need to transplant. And then on this pot I have my mint. My mint, for some reason, it's not giving. And then I have this melon plant that also died. And I have some more lettuce, and here some more lettuce. I've been eating lettuce like nobody's business. And then my thyme on the spot, it did not germinate for some weird reason. On this side of the garden with the soft-seeded zinnias, just look at the beauty of it all. They are doing rather well, and I have some marigolds. And I remember in this garden bed I used to have root knots. So the marigolds and the zinnias, they seem to be doing rather well. And I have some cherry tomatoes which have white mold. These are all cherry tomatoes. Oh, this is actually my blueberry bush, which looks like it's ready to give up. And then my bigger blueberry bush, I'm hoping next year these two blueberry bushes will start doing what they are supposed to be doing. And here, this is a garden bed which I'm still working on. It's going to be my strawberry patch. I need to turn the compost, and then look at all these zinnias that are growing next to it. Are those not beautiful? Look at this. Those are rather. And this color, guys, like, just look at it. It's so beautiful. And then I have some more cherry tomatoes which have some fruits on it. I can't wait for this. Yeah, I can't wait for this to ripen up. Then I can eat it. And then I have some more zinnias. Look at this pink color. And I have some date. I had left this sunflower, and the seeds have been falling off, and the birds also have been eating. Look at this. This is how the seed looks like. So I think I need to pick the seeds. And then I still have a butternut ready for me to pick, but I am going to be removing all of this very soon because it is done. I've already planted another tomato plant here, and I have another one that already has a fruit on it, and there is another one here. And then on that side of the garden, the wall of greenness. This is rather beautiful. Look at the screen of this climbing rope. It's doing the most. I'm happy with it. And all the marigolds that are growing here. And then let's appreciate the foxtail glove plant. This had almost died last year after the frostbite, but it bounced back. And I'm still getting some flowers, even though they are no longer, these grasses are no longer as flowering as much as they used to. And then I had forgotten the name of this plant. I had taken it from my aunt's place and planted it here. Just look at this. And this one, it also multiplies on its own. I have one. By next year, I'll be having more than one. It's the same like the grasses. You have one, you end up with plenty. And then here I have this plant that I still don't know the name. Look at the purple flowers that it's giving me. And then the same plant Here it's giving me the jade flowers and my Indian short flower. Look at this. It's growing rather well. And at the bottom, the agave plant. I need to separate all the babies there because it almost died also. And just look at all the babies that came out of it now. So I need to separate them all when I have the time. And then let's appreciate some corn on this garden bed and some more corn for someone who had not had corn the last time around. I feel like this time I will be having some corn. And then my nanja tree is showing some growth, like for real. It is showing some growth. I'm hoping next year I will start having some fruits on it. And then on this garden bed, we are growing. Oh guys, I did not see. I do have some cucumbers. I do. There is a cucumber there. I did not see that one. I have cucumbers and then I have watermelons. Oh, here's some more cucumbers. They just don't seem to grow big, but I'm still going to harvest them. And then look at that watermelon. Look at the watermelon. But already it has something has bitten it. Like, look at that. It might get rotten. I shouldn't get too excited about it. And then I have another cucumber there. Here's another cucumber. And then another tomato. Oh, look at the stem of this tomato bush. Wow. This one seems to be doing rather well. And then on this garden bed, the nasturtiums, they seem to have taken over most of the garden bed. And I have my eggplants doing rather well, performing magic. And I have potatoes, and I have my marigolds, and also I have tomatoes, basil, spinach. Like, I have loads going on in this garden bed. Let me guys bring you close up so that you can see all that's growing in just one. Let's appreciate all the marigolds in this garden bed. And I still have some spring onion growing in this garden bed. And my potatoes, I had left my potatoes. I think I harvested them twice and left the rest, so they decided to regrow by themselves. And this nasturtium plant, this is all of the plant. It's taking over this garden bed. And here I have my red cabbage that's growing underneath them, and my eggplants, guys, they are doing the most. I have spinach at the bottom there. That's my spinach. And then I have my basil, which needs to be harvested, and I have some tomatoes, some tomato plant. Okay, it's giving some fruits also. There is some fruits there. And then there is my sweet corn. And this garden bed, all the spinach that was here died because of the heat, and the lettuce that's growing here, it's already bolting, as you guys can see. It gets way too hot during the day. And then all the green peas that were here, I only harvested twice, and then white mold attacked. So yesterday I removed all of it. And then on these trellises, I have some green beans growing. Look at them. And they are so big, I'm even thinking I just should let them dry, because once they get this big, they're no longer as nice as they would be when they are a little bit smaller. See? And then I still have some more tomatoes. This tomato plant needs supporting because you see it's lying on the ground. And now birds are the ones eating my sweet corns, not rats. So I think I need to harvest. It might be ready for harvesting. And then the white corn, it has just started to come out. It's not doing that great. Then on the side of the garden, the zinnias are starting to die back. But this zinnia flower, it did the most, even with the white mold attacking it, but it still did quite rather well. And I have some tomatoes right there, and at the bottom I have lettuce growing, and I think the reason this lettuce is not bolting is because it's underneath a shade. And some more tomatoes, and then some butternuts, and then still some more eggplants. And last but not least, those zinnias are just so beautiful, and I think I finally found my favorite zinnia plant, and this is this shade of pink. I used to think the ones behind me are my favorite, but now I've felt a change of mind. Those are quite my favorite. I just like the tint of white and mixed in with the pink in them, like and they are also starting to be infested by white mold, but it's not as bad as it was here. So guys, I will end this video here. That's it for this video. If you like this kind of content, please don't forget to subscribe, hit the thumbs up below, leave a comment. See you guys next season. Bye.